Today we're going to be making a burger in a bowl 3 easy ways. For the first burger in a bowl, we are going to be making my vegan steakhouse in a bowl, and it's going to have everything that you love about a old-fashioned steakhouse menu, including the baked potato, including the creamy horseradish, and rosemary garlic mushrooms. Next, I'll show you how to make my Big Mac in a bowl recipe that has just a few simple ingredients, but they're key ingredients that really make it taste like a delicious fast food burger. And I'll show you my hack for hamburger bun croutons that are super easy and delicious, and a very good way to use up any random hamburger buns you may have laying around after a barbecue. So I always have like 1 or 2 random hamburger buns, and this is a great way to make sure they don't go to waste. And last but not least, I'm going to show you how to make my teriyaki burger in a bowl. This is colorful and vibrant and bursting with flavor from savory grilled peppers, sweet and tangy pineapple, and I'm going to show you how to make my pineapple lime vinaigrette, which you can use as a zesty salad dressing for this recipe or any salad that you make this summer, because it is so good, so fresh, and very, very easy to make. I'm so excited to share these burger in a bowl recipes with you, and for each recipe, I will be pairing it with one of my top 3 favorite Olipop flavors, because what goes better with a salty, savory burger than a crisp, sweet, bubbly beverage. I'm teaming up with Olipop again because if you've watched any of my What I Eat in a Day videos, you know that I'm a fan. I drink Olipop whether I'm working with them in a video or not, and I always used to love having soda with burgers or pizza or any kind of like restaurant style appetizer, like something like my vegan buffalo chicken egg rolls recipe. It's such a good combo, but something like a Coca-Cola has 39 grams of sugar, whereas a Olipop vintage cola only has 2, plus it has 9 grams of prebiotic fiber. All 6 Olipop flavors contain less than 50 calories a can. They're low sugar, high fiber, vegan, gluten-free, non-GMO, paleo-friendly, and there's nothing artificial. The last time I teamed up with Olipop, my code was only good for the variety pack, but now they're offering my viewers 15% off of anything on the entire site, which includes the root beer, strawberry vanilla, cherry vanilla, ginger lemon, vintage cola, orange squeeze, and their variety pack. So use my link to save 15% off site-wide while this offer lasts, and let's go ahead and get started with my vegan steakhouse burger in a bowl. So we're going to start with a classic steakhouse staple, a baked potato. But for this, I'm going to make it a little smaller. I chop it up into these almost like crouton shapes. You can think of it like that because after all, we're making a bowl or a salad, and so having some type of crouton element is nice. To do this, I just cut the potato into wedges. I cut the wedge in half and then just dice it into these little pieces that are bite-sized, and they get nice and crispy in the oven. I season the potato with paprika, garlic, salt and pepper, and olive oil. All of the measurements are in the description box below. And if you want, you can also add rosemary or dill or thyme, really any herb you like. Oregano would be good. And you just want to kind of massage all the seasonings into the potato, and we're going to bake this for about 30 minutes. I like to do this at the start so that while the potatoes are in the oven, I can go ahead and make the sauce and the mushrooms, and it all comes together really, really quickly. In the meantime, I'm going to make one of my favorite sauces ever for burgers, sandwiches, fries, and that is horseradish. Now this is going to be in the refrigerated section, not usually in the condiment section. The ones that you'll find over in the condiment section usually have cream. But I'm just going to mix this together with a creamy base, like you can do vegan yogurt or vegan mayo. And I really just use this as kind of a hot sauce, so it's more of a garnish, but man is it good. Then I'm going to move on to making the mushrooms. This is a good standalone side dish. You can use this in this recipe, but also if you just need a quick veggie side, it goes with everything. It's a crowd pleaser. It's delicious. The key is to let the mushrooms sit in the pan for about 3 to 5 minutes before stirring them or adding any seasoning. Once they get a little bit brown, I add some olive oil, salt, I add my onions, garlic, and fresh rosemary. You can also use dried if that's what you have on hand. And then I stir this all together and kind of use my spoon to scrape the bottom to make sure that I get all of those delicious caramelized bits. Then I'm going to take some mixed greens for this salad because I think mixed greens are very elegant, and I feel like steakhouses can be kind of fancy, but you can use any kind of lettuce you like. I rip up some of the larger pieces with my hands, and then I'm going to add my shallot vinaigrette. I've made it in a recipe recently, and I will link the exact vinaigrette recipe down below in the description box, or you can just use a store-bought dressing. To assemble, I'm just going to top my dressed greens with my crispy warm potatoes, my hearty seasoned mushrooms, and then also a frozen veggie burger. Now, if you want to make your own veggie burger from scratch, I will put my favorite recipes in the description box below, but store-bought or homemade work perfectly, and either way, a nice way to amp up the steakhouse flavors is to brush the tops with a little bit of steak sauce before serving. So we've got some really hearty elements from the burger, the garlic rosemary mushrooms, and the potatoes. We have some freshness from the salad, and then I love how that kind of horseradish wasabi kick that we get from the hot sauce really helps to brighten everything and tie it all together. A little bit of ketchup is nice too, because after all, this is a burger in a bowl and it goes really well with the burger and the potatoes. It's so good, you guys. The best is when you get a little bit in every bite, like the ketchup, the horseradish sauce, the potato, the mushroom, the burger, the lettuce, like you want it all. So good. Cheers. So good. That horseradish sauce, you're gonna wanna put it on everything, on sandwiches, everything. And you can meal prep this sauce and the veggies ahead of time to make really quick meals throughout the week. For this recipe, I decided to pair it with a cherry vanilla Olipop. This is currently my favorite, but I also like the idea of having something cherry and vanilla because when you go to a steakhouse, a lot of times they have kind of old-timey drinks like Shirley Temple's and Roy Rogers, and this is a very unique, very cherry forward with a little bit of softness from the vanilla sparkling beverage that I think is so delicious. Like I said, it's my favorite, and it goes really well with the savory, herby, garlicky, and spicy flavors in the burger bowl. This next one is for all of my fast food lovers. If you love a juicy fast food burger, this bowl is going to blow your mind because it seriously tastes like something you get from a drive-thru, but fresher and more flavorful. I'm actually going to make some hamburger bun croutons using some hamburger buns. You can use any kind you like. This is one of those really soft buns that has the flour on the outside and it's super, super soft, but like any bread, any baguette, any hamburger bun, whatever you have, you just want to go ahead and use a serrated knife. That makes this job so much easier. And you want to cut it into little batons and then cut it the other way to make little cubes. I'm going to season this with salt, pepper, and garlic powder, and then I'm going to mix that together. Add a little olive oil, or you could do melted vegan butter, and then mix this together and let it bake. Now the main sauces for this bowl are just ketchup and mustard, and it really does help it taste so much like a burger. But I also like to add just a little bit of Thousand Island or burger sauce or special sauce. Having that sweet and tangy, creamy, and kind of like pickly element really does make this taste like a Big Mac, and a little goes a long way. Then I think you gotta have some cold, crunchy, shredded lettuce if you want that Big Mac feel. I'm gonna add 2 burger patties to make this nice and substantial. Then I'll do some diced tomato, some diced red onion, and pickles. I think this is the combination that really gives it that hamburger feel, especially with the Thousand Island dressing or special sauce. And then you can melt cheese on top of the burgers if you like to make it more of a cheeseburger. But I kind of like when there's hot and cold elements of a salad, and then there's shredded cheese too, because some of it gets melty, some of it doesn't, and I think it's so good. You also got to do a ton of ketchup and mustard to make this just so saucy and delicious and flavorful. Every single bite is just so complex and really tastes like a burger. It's kind of crazy. Oh, and I forgot to mention, you can add some sesame seeds or everything but the bagel seasoning to the hamburger bun croutons if you want to have that sesame seed bun effect. Again, you want to try to get every little bit in the bite. I paired it with an orange squeeze. This is in the running for my favorite Olipop. I know I said the cherry vanilla one was, but this one is also really good. Definitely a nostalgic flavor as well, and I love how bright it is. Sweet and refreshing, just perfect with something like a hamburger in a bowl. Now this one is a real showstopper and definitely a fun way to shake it up. If you make the same old burgers every time or the same old grain bowls every time, this is a fun way to get yourself out of a rut and really welcome the colorful, beautiful, fresh flavors of summertime. We're going to start by making a dressing that I am so addicted to, and it is so easy to make. It is a pineapple lime vinaigrette. We're going to be using the juice from some canned pineapple slices. I like to make sure that I'm using 100% juice and not the syrup to make sure that this dressing is really nice and fresh and vibrant and acidic and zesty and not syrupy sweet. So I'm just going to add the pineapple juice to a bowl along with some fresh lime juice. Instead of having a vinegar for the vinaigrette, we're getting our acid from the fresh lime juice and from the pineapple juice. That has that nice brightness that's going to make this salad dressing so delicious and flavorful without having to add too many more ingredients. So the fresh juices go into the bowl along with some olive oil, maple syrup, salt, and pepper. I'm just gonna whisk this together. You can put it in a little container that has a lid and just shake it up if you want. And that is it. It is so simple. I recommend making this in huge quantities and keeping it in the fridge throughout the week because man, oh man, does it just taste like the most delicious pineapple dressing. Then, like I said, I'm just gonna grill up some pineapple. You can do as many pineapple slices as you like. I usually do 2 per bowl. And then I'm also going to grill up some red bell peppers. I'll season this with salt and pepper, and then the key is to really let it sit on the hot grill pan until it caramelizes. You don't want to turn it too soon, otherwise you won't get that nice golden brown color. In the last minute of cooking, you can add a tablespoon of teriyaki sauce and let that caramelize on the peppers, and then all that's left to do is assemble. I'm going to take my salad that has the pineapple lime vinaigrette on it, and then I'll add my warm, fluffy brown rice. You can do any grain that you like though. Then I'll add the savory grilled peppers, the warm vegan burger patty, and then the grilled pineapple, which is like so sweet and tangy and delicious. And I love how it contrasts the savory veggies and the savory burger. And then I'll do a little bit more teriyaki sauce, particularly on the rice and on the burger itself. And if you have scallions or any kind of fresh green herb, it looks really pretty on top. Some creamy slices of avocado also works really well here, but all of my avocados are rock hard right now, so that didn't happen on this day, but I highly recommend it if you happen to have that on hand. And for my Olipop pairing, I went for the classic root beer. I think if you've never tried Olipop, this is the way to go. It is so delicious. It's nice and crisp and refreshing, but there's also something mellow, kind of sweet and soft about it. It has this vanilla background flavor that is so good, so nostalgic. Side note, you can use this to make a vegan root beer float with some vegan vanilla ice cream and just pour this on top, and oh, so good, delicious. If you like these burger in a bowl recipes, please give this video a thumbs up because that really helps more people find my channel. Hit the subscribe button and the little bell notification next to it, and you can set the notifications to always receive a notice when I post a new video, or just sometimes if that's what you prefer. And if you're watching on your phone, you can do this in settings. That way you'll never miss a future video. I would love to know which one of these burger in a bowl recipes you're excited to try first, so comment below and let me know. And if you want to try Olipop, there is a link for you to save 15% off site-wide in the description box below. I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in a video very soon. Bye.